I apologize. I'm going to try again. Your Honor, first, our family would like to send our deepest and sincerest condolences to Mr. and Mrs. Smoot and the Bloodworth family. Knowing that Dylan inadvertently and accidentally caused the death of baby Riley has had a devastating toll on our family as well. It is deeply disturbing, saddening, and forever heartbreaking. Learning that baby Riley had passed was one of the worst sinking, heart-wrenching, soul-crushing experiences that we have ever had, besides the death of my parents, my older sister, and the father of my 3 children. I thought of everyone's angle involved that night, from baby Riley, her parents, the first responders, to my son. It's very tragic for everyone involved. I am so sorry this has happened, and I feel that it has been especially hard for the parents and the grandparents of those involved. There are no winners in this case. This horrific tragedy will be with all of us forever. Our lives are forever changed now too. Especially Dylan's, having to carry the weight and the whole blame of this entire tragedy on his shoulders alone for the rest of his life. Recently, Dylan told me that he will never drive again. He is deeply traumatized. There was a lot of volatile behavior and lies told that night. I feel that every adult that was there let baby Riley down, with carelessness and bad intentions. Regardless of all the lies told that night, I have my own personal truth. I received 2 very disturbing and upsetting phone calls from Dylan regarding baby Riley during the month of August 2018. The first call was early August when Dylan heard a baby's cries coming from a car. It was dark. He had just gotten home from his girlfriend's house. So he turned on his phone flashlight and followed the cries to a red car where he found baby Riley and her brother both crying in the back seat of a hot car, strapped in their car seats with the windows rolled up, while their parents were inside the residence of 10 Conifer Court. Dylan opened the car door and was floored by the hot air and the smell of a dirty diaper. It quickly disgusted and angered him. He then took baby Riley and her brother out of the hot car and brought them into his Uncle Brian's and gave them each an apple juice box and sat them by a fan. There are plenty of witnesses to this. He said that baby Riley was so thirsty that she quickly drank down the juice box in seconds. He then went to find their parents at 10 Conifer Court, where he had a confrontation with Skylar Bloodworth. Right after this incident, he called me in complete disgust and disbelief. Ironically, his exact words when he called me were, "Oh my God, Mom, I just saved a baby's life, and now she won't stop following me around." Then he proceeded to tell me about the incident. Then the second call came on August 18th, 2018 at 7:09 p.m. Pacific time from an 803 area code. Dylan was terrified. He was scared for his own life, and that is why he left the scene. He was in complete and utter shock, and there was a lot of different people in his ear that night. He was so confused, and still is to this day, as to how baby Riley was allowed to crawl under his truck, especially at night. He had no bad intentions that night. He had just gotten paid and was in his truck leaving to go see his girlfriend when Skylar stopped him and asked him for the aux cord. And then this horrific tragedy unfolded upon him. Your Honor, deep in my heart, I know the truth. Dylan knows the truth. And most importantly, God knows the truth. For God clearly sees your heart, and ultimately, that's what matters most. This was a complete, unintentional accident brought on by the nefarious behavior and careless actions of others. My son is not the only one responsible for this senseless, careless tragedy. I believe he and baby Riley both were victims that night. He left the scene because he was in fear for his own life. It was a very hostile, toxic environment. Your Honor, I ask that you please hear our truth and reconsider the circumstances of this case, and please grant Dylan time served. Baby Riley is forever in our hearts now, and our family will continue to pray for her and her family, also for truth and forgiveness, so healing may begin. Proverbs 19:5. A false witness will not go unpunished, nor will a liar escape. Thank you, Your Honor.